What's up, Will Reacts fam? I'm Will Zabo, aka @WillyThrilly_ on Instagram, and I'm back today with another Will Reacts for all of you. Today we have more Ren. There was a lot of suggestions in the comments from the previous two reactions I've done to him. This seemed to be the next most common request, and it is the Tales of Jenny and Screech trilogy. There was a lot of comments about making sure I got the right one, so I'm really hoping that I did. Everyone said it should be a full 13 minutes, so I found the video that's a full 13 minutes, and I am crossing my fingers that it's the correct one. If it's not for some reason, I will make it right by reacting to it in one go, but hopefully I got the right one here. I'm excited to check this out. I've said this in previous Ren reactions. I really have no idea what to expect, and all of you have made it very clear that this guy transcends genres and is so musically talented that he can cross over into different genres of music pretty seamlessly. So who knows if we're gonna get rap or hip hop. I've seen people say he does reggae in the comments, singer-songwriter stuff, so I'm just thrilled to check out another Ren video with all of the Renegades. You guys have blown me away with the amount of support and new subscribers I've gotten from this, and the comment section is going so crazy that I have to apologize before I start this reaction because I cannot keep up with all the comments and respond. I tried to respond to everyone on that first Ren reaction, but there's still comments rolling in, and now I did the second Ren reaction to Sick Boy and I just can't keep up. So this is me responding to all of you saying thank you so much for all of the support. I didn't know the Renegades were a thing until about 3 days ago or whenever I posted that first Ren reaction. And now I am a believer in the firmest sense of the word. I consider myself a Renegade, so let's go enjoy this one together. I am gonna pause. Many of you have been very supportive with that in the comments, so thank you. I will give my thoughts throughout, and I'm gonna try my best to remember to go back a couple seconds before I unpause. So let's get into this. I'm excited. What I'm gonna turn the volume up here and we'll start over. Before I do that though, I just want to say that I love the look of a distressed guitar. This is awesome. Presumably distressed. It just has character. I wanted to say presumably distressed because he plays it so much. That's the impression it always gives me. But I just love the look of it. I love a guitar that has some character and soul. So just an observation before we even get into it here. It's a cool setting in this alley. I have to also just say, knowing more of this guy's backstory now and some of the health issues he's faced and struggled through over the years, there's something about him, and I can only assume that's why his community is so positive and supportive the way you guys have shown me. There's something about him that just makes me smile now when I watch his videos, because you want to see him do well. Like, after everything he's been through, I just wish him nothing but success. And I know this is already going to be good because so many of you suggested it, but I'm like finding myself sitting here wanting this to be like incredible for his sake. But I also want to enjoy it for my sake, you know. But let me go back a couple seconds here. But yeah, I like this is a cool shot in this alley.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, they walked this hooded young youth.
The other thing I wanted to say is I had some thoughts that I shared on the quality of the sound of guitar in Ren High Ren. And it was nothing to do with him or his playing. Although, excuse me, although some people pointed out in the comments, some classically trained guitarists did point out that Ren is not classically trained. He's mostly self-taught. So while he was playing classically influenced guitar, he wasn't playing it, you know, with 100% correct technique, but that just added character to Ren High Ren. And I loved that. I loved the chaotic sound that the guitar reflected in the message of the song. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to say here, he's using a very nice high-end Taylor. And it's also not a nylon string guitar. It's a regular acoustic guitar. So the quality, it sounds noticeably better in this video. Not to say that it sounded bad in Ren High Ren. Again, it's just a different style and an artistic choice that I'm sure he made to add to the chaos of Ren High Ren. But it is cool to see him play a nicer guitar and hear the difference.
By the name of James, he was 14 years old, and out of his brain he'd been smoking ganja with the boys.
Let me go back.
James, he grew up to be...
I already screwed up. I said I'd go back every time I pause.
To escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old, and out of his brain he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bogging her and making her so scared. Sirens sounded in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it. Bitch, are you listening to me?
So not what I was expecting. Again, with Ren, you can't expect anything because he always surprises you. But so Screech is robbing Jenny so far. That's where we're at in the story. Let's go back.
If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes a statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest.
It's really good writing, really good at painting a picture. He's talking about the teeth on the knife that could cut through concrete. I really liked that, just that sequence of words that he used there to describe the scene.
The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath.
Wow.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Okay, so this was the first part of the trilogy. So we're getting to the second part now. It's a different guitar. He's on the nylon string again now. The sound quality is actually much better this time around, like in terms of how it was recorded.
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, are you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch, for fuck's sakes!
Imagine the neighbors. Just for a second there, I was like, I'm assuming he's not in like Universal Studios filming this right now, so there's probably people in these buildings like, what the hell's going on outside? Very
Siren
intense.
sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Wow. He's using the guitar in really unique ways too, which I kind of like that he's not classically trained, because not to compare myself to Ren at all, he's a great musician compared to me, but the nice thing about not being trained sometimes is you think outside of the box. There are some people that are classically trained in music and that are very well versed in music theory that can also think outside of the box really well. Jacob Collier is a great example of that. But sometimes when you're not trained how to use the instrument properly, you just think of different unique ways to use it, and you use it. I don't know, I'm having a hard time like putting this thought into words, but like we saw him earlier drum, like hit on the guitar as like a percussive instrument. We saw him in Ren Hi Ren use it percussively to form almost a beat to put lyrics over. And here he's muting the strings and doing a hard strum of the strings to mimic 4 gunshots. These are things that you can't really write into sheet music. So it's just interesting how he's using the instrument in these unique ways. I've never really thought about it that way before, in terms of like someone being trained classically or not classically trained, or being self-taught. But I think there is a benefit to picking up an instrument and just seeing how can I produce something I want to with this instrument. Like, you really think more freely sometimes that way, I feel. I don't know. I'm going off on a weird rant / tangent, and I need to stop. So I'm gonna go back and we'll take this in.
He fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest. Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Wow. So, I may have missed it at the end of the first one. Let's see. I'm reading right now. So I know Screech got shot here by the police officer, but it seems like Jenny died too. Did Screech kill Jenny before the police officer killed him? Did I miss that? That's what I'm trying to figure out here on this thing I'm reading. Let me pause this. Okay, I'm back. So this is really interesting. I just wanted to make sure I get this right so I don't butcher it. So Jenny, and I'm getting this off of songtell.com. I'll link this article in the description of the video, and I'll just read this to you guys so we're all on the same page here. But it says, well, if I can get it right here. Says, Jenny is a woman who knows the London streets well. However, a chance encounter with a young hooded boy named Screech leads to a violent confrontation, and Jenny is left lying lifeless on the cold concrete. The song highlights the vulnerability of women on the streets and the dangers of late night walking. So there's more going on in the story than this, obviously, but I take it Screech ended up killing Jenny. And then the second part explains Screech's story. Screech is a young boy and troubled boy who walks the streets of London with a dangerous blade. He robs and threatens Jenny, but his encounter with the police leads to his tragic end. The song portrays Screech's journey from a troubled youth to a violent thief, emphasizing the idea that society has failed him, resulting in his inevitable downfall. We're about to get into part 3, Violet's story, so I won't read this segment and spoil that, but this piece is going to highlight the horrors of domestic violence and the impact it has on its victims. So we'll just leave it there and take in this last piece of this trilogy. Really great storytelling, though. It's on the nylon string guitar again. I like how he's plucking the open E string with pinching it with his fingers and releasing it.
city, far from pretty. 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Nice little riser there.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See Stevie,
I just love his choice of words sometimes. He picks unconventional words that you don't hear a lot in mainstream music, and that makes, it's like these knives that stick out in the song that just stick with you, like the pickled jars stacked like pickled bricks. Like, I will not forget that line. It's just like so vivid and original. I'm gonna go back.
left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the...
It's kind of hard to watch and listen to because it's like, part of me is appreciating the musical talent that he's showing in his writing and the performance of the song. He's so like animated, and I've said it a couple times now, he's performing all of this so theatrically. It makes it so real, but at the same time, the stuff he's talking about is like, it's so vivid that it's like hard to stomach. So I don't know, it's like hard to know how to like express myself in the video. I'm like, it's just, it's so well done, but the message is so sad that it's difficult to know what to do, which Ren has a habit of doing to me. I think in every reaction I've done so far, I just like, I don't really know what to do with myself because he has you feeling all these different emotions. You're being like pulled constantly.
Sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess,
Wow.
He's left her bruised and broke.
Just like cuts the guitar out and goes into like a rapping scheme right here, but it like works so well with the song.
Fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot.
Using the guitar
Hit
again.
like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone,
illustrate
crack,
his
knick,
fist.
knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet.
Really interesting. I pointed out the riser in the song earlier, and now he's going backwards with it. Which I might say more on in a second here. That was definitely an intentional artistic choice right there. So the rise and then the fall. So I take it what's happened here is he's killed Violet in a case of domestic abuse. And he's, again, like thinking outside the box. How can I illustrate the rise of this guy's anger with the riser towards the beginning of the song, and now it's descending after it's happened.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Wow. That is heavy. Another heavy one from Ren. I might have to check out some upbeat ones after these three because, yeah, these are pretty. They're so good musically and so well done and so like visual that I want to keep coming back to them, but at the same time, it's like kind of messes with you watching and listening to this too much. So that's good though. That's the sign of a good musician, someone who moves you emotionally and makes you think. So very, very deep again. So obviously she didn't make it. The two babies she was pregnant with did. And I take it that the two twins end up growing up to be Jenny and Screech, maybe. So it came like full circle in this illustrative trilogy showing the dangers that women and youth face in the inner city, particularly in London, in Paddington. Yeah, sorry, I know this one is a bit longer, but I feel like I didn't really try to rush the other ones, but I'm used to beatbox reactions. That's primarily what I do on this channel, so I'm used to people don't watch the whole way through, and everyone's been saying in the comments, you know, don't apologize, feel free to take your time and go back, like that's what we're here for, and we watched the whole way through. So I wanted to make sure I took my time with this one and took it all in and didn't gloss over it. So I tried my best to do that. I'm probably, you know, I'm sure I missed some things, so, and I'm sure you guys will fill me in the comments, but thank you for recommending this for me to react to. I enjoyed it as much as you can enjoy a piece of music so dark, but yeah, it's hard to say I love it, because it's like I do love it for what it is musically, but I feel like a broken record. It's just the message is hard to take in. It kind of messes with your stomach, but I enjoyed reacting to it is what I'm trying to say. So thank you for the recommendation, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and joining me. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. And if you'd like to request another reaction, in the description of every video, you'll see it says request a reaction. Below that is a blue Stream Elements link. It takes you to a page connected to my profile. You'll see the Will Reacts logo there, and you can send through a tip or donation for something you'd like me to react to. If you can't do that, feel free to suggest stuff in the comments. That's fine as well. I should say that over the next week, I'm gonna be traveling, so if you're watching this in the future, disregard this entire part of the video. But if you send through requests with tips, it may be about a week or so before I get them filmed. I've preemptively recorded a bunch of reactions to post while I'm traveling in a way. That way I'm staying consistent on YouTube with uploading, but it may be about a week until I can film any requested reactions. So just know that. But thank you for joining me. If you're not subbed yet, down here in this corner, there's a little WR logo. If you hover over that, it gives you the option. There's also an option at the end of the video. But thank you guys for joining me and requesting this. I'm really enjoying this Ren rabbit hole and can't wait to see where it takes me next. Yeah, let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments. I'll catch you guys later. You know the drill. Stay positive out there. Keep pushing until the next time. I'll see you guys later. Peace.